Hello and welcome to Flow in Russian. Today we're going to be talking about the conjugation of verbs in the present tense. So first, let's talk about when we use present tense in the Russian language. So first, we use it to talk about the general things, like the equivalent in the English language would be present simple. For example, I often listen to music. Я часто слушаю музыку. Also, we use it to talk about the things that are going on right now. For example, I am listening to music. Present continuous. Я слушаю музыку. Also, we use it to talk about things that have been happening for a while, for a certain period of time. For example, I have been listening to music for a couple of hours now. Я уже 2 часа слушаю музыку. Also, sometimes we use it to talk about our plans for the future. For example, are you going to the movies today? Вы сегодня идете в кино? Okay, now conjugation. Conjugation, this is how the verb changes in agreement with gender and number and person. But in the present tense, in the Russian language, the verb changes only in agreement with its person and number, not in agreement with the gender. Gender does not play a role here. So most verbs that end with yet, at, ot, ut, yet, it, and just t belong to the first conjugation group. And so what you need to do to make a correct form of a verb, you need to remove t and add the appropriate present tense ending. You can see all the endings on the screen. So an example now. Читать, to read. Читать is infinitive. I read will be я читаю. We read, мы читаем. You read, ты читаешь, or вы читаете. They read, они читают. He reads, он читает. She reads, она читает. As you can see, as I told you before, gender does not play a role here, only the person and the number. So, a couple of sample sentences. I read a lot. Я много читаю. What are you reading? Что ты читаешь? So, and now what I want you to do, I want you to answer my questions. After I ask you a question, pause the video, answer the question, and then continue it. So, what are you reading now? Что вы сейчас читаете? Okay, and now, do you read magazines? Вы читаете журналы? Okay, now, most verbs that end with it belong to the second conjugation group. There are some exceptions that I will talk about later. So what you need to do to make a right form, you need to remove 3 final letters and add an appropriate present tense ending. You can see the possible endings on the screen. So an example would be говорить, to speak. So I speak, я говорю, we speak, мы говорим, you speak, ты говоришь, or Вы говорите. They speak. Они говорят. He speaks. Он говорит. She speaks. Она говорит. Again, gender does not play a role in the present tense. For example, some sentences. I speak 3 languages. Я говорю на 3 языках. He speaks really fast. Он очень быстро говорит. Now I want you to answer my questions. На каких языках вы говорите? Who do you speak Russian with? С кем вы говорите по-русски? Okay, now, how do we conjugate reflexive verbs? Reflexive verbs are the verbs that end with ся. For example, учиться, to study. A very common verb. So, the rules are all the same, except that we leave ся in the end, and also this ся changes into s for singular, for first person singular, я, I, and second person plural, you, вы. For example, я учусь, мы учимся, ты учишься, вы учитесь, они учатся, он учится, она учится. Some sentences. Я учусь в университете. I study at university. And now I want you to answer my questions. Do you study well? Вы хорошо учитесь? Where do you study? Где вы учитесь? Okay, and now some notes. So remember that after certain letters, such as k, g, h, j, sh, sh, ch, ts, we write u instead of you and a instead of ya, even though the sound may be you, but we still write u. Also, there's quite a number of irregular verbs and exceptions. To learn more about them, click the link below. There I explain those irregular verbs. I talk about exceptions. I give the conjugation, sample sentences, and questions so that you can practice them. Though mostly those are common verbs that you might need in your life. Also, quite often in daily conversation, we omit pronouns because thanks to the ending, we know what and who we are talking about. So, but still, I recommend that you learn conjugation with pronouns because it's easier to remember this way. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Give a thumb up if you liked it. Subscribe, and you can find the complete notes of this lesson by clicking the link below. And until next time, пока-пока.